Senator Bob, it's been about 2 years since I've seen you. I was the veteran from North. You wasn't feeling good at all, but here you come. God bless you, you made your trip, and on behalf of all the things you have done for us veterans, I want to thank you. I'm a World War II veteran, and I see some more of them here, and I know they feel the same as I do. Thank the Lord that you've been able to do the things you have for us. Thank you.
Well, that's Well, the World War II Memorial is the most visited memorial in D.C. now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And it is a veterans memorial. The government didn't pay for it. And we have a surplus of 17 million, unless somebody heard about it. I thought I'd split it with Elizabeth. But it's a wonderful place. We raised $170 million. The government has about $10 million in the memorial. The rest was raised. We had a professional fundraiser, but I was the chairman of Fred Smith, who owns FedEx. And he did a wonderful job. He had 5 uncles in World War II. But the World War II guys are, you know, we're a passing generation. I try to meet every flight on Saturday. Sometimes there are 400 or 500 veterans, 6 or 7 different states. So they get a lot of photos and have a lot of nice business. The oldest I've met is 103, and he was walking around like he was 60. Really in great shape. And another man I met was in a wheelchair, but he didn't want his picture taken in a wheelchair, so they helped him up, and he was straight as a soldier ought to be, and we got our picture and had a nice little visit. But we had a group from Kansas last Wednesday, 31 veterans, and we always have guardians along to take care of them. It's called the Honor Flight Program, and the veteran doesn't pay a thing to get there, raise money locally to pay for the airfare or the charter if there are a whole bunch of them. But I think with all the World War II veterans stand, you can. Yeah, these are the heroes of America. We lost 400,000 men and women in World War II, 400,000. And they're represented by gold stars at the memorial. Each star represents 100,000. So I want to thank all the veterans for their service, but particularly World War II veterans. And the Korean veterans aren't far behind. They're only about 5 or 6 years younger. Most of us are 88, 87, 89, 92, whatever. But we're in good shape. You know, I've got this 45-year-old mind trapped in this 90-year-old body. But I feel good and go to work every day and don't do anything, and but at least I showed up.
As we are seeing today, he still has a humor, and we're very grateful for that. I'm Glenna Burton, and I was the director here for several years. And I knew how Bob Dole was pretty great. But I want you to know that Nedra Holland and Ralph Kohler, that to them, he was the next to God. And you came here, and in just a few seconds, my doors were all taken care of. Sealed, they said, and I said, oh my goodness. And I had heard how he even taken his coat off one day and walked down the street when they were trying to get the money to build the building, and said, that's Senator Dole, he's just an ordinary man, he just walked down the street with us. So we had some refreshments that day, and Ned Hervon said, oh, Senator Dole loves my brownies, and I'm going to bring several brownies. So we said, okay. And those of you who knew Nedra, she said, now be sure he sees my brownies. And then she decided maybe she should fix them for him in a special little dish. So that's what we done. So as he came, that was the year that Walmart started using the plastic bags instead of the paper bags. She says, don't say anything about Walmart. And we all laughed. Well, for some reason that stuck in my mind, like I don't know why. And as he come through, I said, Nedra would like, Senator Dole, Nedra would like for you to have some of her brownies. And he said, oh yes, Nedra, thank you. And Nedra said to me, now she says, now say something, but not something silly. And oh boy, when she done that, I don't remember my mind yet. My next thing I said to Senator Dole was, would you like some more brownies? And he said I could take a few with me. And I said, they said, get something to put them in. And I said, do we have a bag? And I looked at him and I said, Senator Dole, do you want plastic or paper? And I thought he probably was just going to get rid of me right off the face of earth. But he's always got humor, and he's just a great, great man. Yeah. And we thank you. And I'm not for sure that you took your coat off and walked the streets of Paola, but anyway, you would have if you could. So we thank you for coming today. We thank you for everything you've done, and I hope your good luck and your health. Hold on. Thank you.
I'm going to be around for the 2016 election.
Yay!
And if not, I'm going to vote absentee.
We have time for one more question, and then we'll do some photo shoots.
Maybe some answers.
Senator Dole, I'm an ex-House member from KU, and I just want to thank you for the Dole Institute. I've spent plenty of hours out there and heard such good programs. It really has been an improvement to KU. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a great thing for students, and it's not a Dole Republican thing. It's a non-partisan Institute of Politics, and we have Dole scholars from each county every year, and they just learn more about government, and we have all kinds of speakers. We had Lech Walesa from Poland, we had the President of Colombia last year, we've had President Carter there, Vice President Biden when he was a senator, and this Bob Woodward, the author of the book about the Watergate, and so there are a lot of good programs that people enjoy, and the students seem to be it resonates with the students. Well, let me say, we go from here to Ottawa, we've got some time. And if anybody wants to get a photo, I don't know why they want one, but we want one to put on the icebox. Is there one more question back there?
Just wondered, in addition to a photo, will you autograph our finest year?
Yes, he will.
Thank you.
If you'll let us have, we'll make sure that happens.
What's that? Oh, okay. I had a little trouble writing. Got a little tremor in my left hand, and the right one doesn't work. But so I got a lot of people who forged my name. call my office.
My question was, when you were running for office, you were at the north parking lot gate of Western Electric. I don't remember the year, do you?
No, I was always running for something.
So you were in the parking lot there at the north gate. At Western, it was Western Electric then.
Yeah. And they met there?
Did you meet there?
Did you
Yes,
meet
did
him
you
there?
meet there?
Oh, yes. You were there, and that's where we met you and shook hands, and I think they won you several votes.
I guess my memories failed me.
Oh, pretty women, I hope not.
Well, I know when Senator Talmadge was defeated or decided not to run again, he was always nice to constituents, and he'd have the meetings at 5 o'clock in the morning. And after he was out of politics, he kind of forgot the people who put him there, and he was walking down the steps one day, and this fellow said, "I'm Bill, whatever, don't you remember me?" He said, "No, and I don't give a darn," I'll say darn. So, but I'm sure he was a good friend of mine. He was chairman of the Agriculture Committee. We always had pretty good farm bills, dairy bills, whatever. But we had a little something to do with the senior center, and I can't remember what it was. But I remember being here when it first opened. And I don't think there's any federal money in the center, is there? Do you use it?
Is there any federal money associated with this center?
I don't know. Would you know if there's any federal money associated with the center?
Too many people gone. Floyd'd be the only one to know.
It's in it comes in food and nutrition programs, and it comes in the Senior Care Act for the elderly. So that's how we participate.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you meant when it started.
You talk a lot about, why we don't get together in Congress, and I don't know either why it's so difficult now. But I used to work with George McGovern, another defeated candidate for president, and we worked together on food programs for low-income people and for people in foreign countries where particularly the girls were always neglected. The boys were the ones who went to school and got something to eat, and the girls stayed home, and some married at the age of 11 and 12. And so we're now feeding about 20 million people in Africa a school lunch. So the girls are now coming to school, and Senator McGovern was the leader. I was just a supporter, and we did a lot, I think, with the different programs that you used and other programs. I think we've got spending too much in the food stamp program. There can't be that many people in America with that level of income, but that's another story. We keep spending and spending money we don't have, and maybe our generation will escape, but someday there's going to be a day of reckoning, and it may be your grandson or granddaughter who is around at the time, and hopefully we can elect someone in 2016 who really believes that we have to reduce spending and not raise taxes.
Amen.
If anybody here feels we ought to raise taxes, just send your money in, it's fine. Or Senator Bob Dole.